On this episode of the 1 Hour 1 Brain Cell podcast, we pondered the question, are we feeling the Kinergy? Are we feeling the Kinergy? Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 1 Hour 1 Brain Cell podcast. I have this now. I have two of these now.
You should just strap that around your neck like some insufferable chain.
There's a gold chain on the back. See
Nice.
that?
Yeah, it's perfect. The
So, yeah,
follow-up question is, are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? And I think all of the above are true.
All the above is true. Yes, this is a preview of San Diego Comic-Con coming up. So yeah, so I do have two of these now. One for me and one for you.
Nice. Perfect.
I feel like you can never have enough fanny packs at the con. So,
No.
you know, we can pop multiple Red Bulls inside of there.
Mm-hmm. Red Bulls, Nerds Gummy Clusters, whatever you want to put in there. I'm only saying that because I have them sitting next to me. But
I am joined by my co-host Jordan, who earlier today, I think maybe texted me the nicest thing she's ever said to me.
you're welcome. I'm a little baffled. I think maybe I need to start doing that more often. But I'm joined by my co-host Richie Flores, who is the newest AMC Stubs A-list user.
Let's go. Yes. We're so back. We'll get into that a little bit later, but yes.
Yep.
Nicole Kidman came to my house personally and gave me my little card. It says,
And beat you up until you signed up for a membership. Yeah.
"You are an A-list now." Quick rant about that. The AMC has changed now, where they have. Oh, there goes my light again.
Just for a second, it stopped now. Oh. Nobody say anything.
Where they are adding like more commercials now in front of movies. Have you been recently?
That.
Yeah.
No, but I saw that announcement that was like people should expect to have 30 minutes of previews before the movies. I'll tell you, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show, but when I went to see Thunderbolts at AMC, they just played the movie. They didn't play any previews, and
Yeah.
I thought it was a gag because sometimes on opening night for those things they'll play a little teaser that's I'm Florence Pugh, and here's a behind the scenes look at Thunderbolts, and then they go into the trailers and into all that stuff. And because it was a scene that we had all seen before that was in the trailers, I assumed it was that, but then it just played the movie. I was like, oh, okay, good thing I didn't show up late like I was going to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they've been doing this now where they are adding extra commercials into the. This happened at F1 too, where it was 25 minutes before the movie started, which is about 5. It's usually about 20. That's what I plan on. It's usually about 20 minutes or so.
Sure.
And then, but now they're adding trailer, commercial, more trailers. Then the trailer ends and they show the AMC promo. And then they'll throw in another commercial after that. So it's it's wild. It's the Wild West out there these days if you're going to the actual movie theater. So.
My favorite thing is that they show the AMC ad at AMC. I'm not already in the seat.
I'm already here. I'm already a customer.
Yeah, you're you don't need to sell me, girl. I'm already here. Okay, sure.
Well, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's the same thing when you go to any sporting events or whatever, and they're selling you season tickets or buying tickets to the next homestand.
Yeah, you're I know your schedule. I'm either going to be here or I'm not. Your advertising on this does not affect my participation.
I will be going to my first baseball game in 2.5 years coming up here in a couple weeks.
Wow.
That's that's wild.
It is wild. What was the last one that you went to? The one that you went to with me, or was it after that?
No, the last one I went to was the World Series in 2023. That was the last time I went to a baseball game.
Yeah, before that, you and I saw that Tyler Gilbert no-hitter game and had
Yes.
very different responses to it.
Yes.
But
That
yeah.
guy is no longer in Major League Baseball.
Right,
Actually,
and
no, he is.
he
No,
no-hit my team.
yeah, his first career Major League start. Not to dwell.
Right.
I mean, look, we'll move on to this pretty quickly. I'm just curious where he is now. I think he wound up
Yeah.
somewhere now. Oh, he's with the White Sox now.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
Shout
It
out.
it almost could not be worse. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I have not been to a baseball game since 2023.
Well,
And so, yeah, that'll be changing here in a couple weeks.
how many losses do the White Sox have? Oh, 61. And the Rockies have 70, so there is someone worse.
They're catching up.
And they did sell out that game on July 4th.
Yeah.
But it was like no one's showing up to that game because it's like the worst team ever in the American League and the worst team ever in the National League. And then like 48,000 people showed up to just watch this rock fight, which was crazy.
That's funny.
America.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about AMC. Yeah, so I have the AMC A-list now. So I am just gonna go see movies galore. I'm gonna go see bad movies, good movies. I have 3 movies on my docket coming up, and I'm gonna add more. Saw Jurassic Park yesterday. I have Superman on Thursday. Fantastic Four on the Thursday before we leave for SDCC. I have
Okay.
that. And then like the week before that, I have Eddington, which is the new Ari Aster movie with Pedro Pascal and
I'm Googling this because I have not heard of it.
yeah, it is Pedro Pascal and Josh
Joaquin
Brolin.
Phoenix and Austin Butler and Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah, she's in it too.
How do you have everyone in this movie and I haven't heard of it?
Yeah. Supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, it's like takes
A24.
place. Yeah, it takes place in like during COVID in like this small like town in Texas. Looks great. So I'm excited to see that, and I'll have some others. I'm probably gonna go see Megan 2.0. I'm like generally intrigued by Megan 2.0.
See, the first one, I guess, like, I haven't even seen the first one, but the 1st one, I guess, was like just like a cult classic. Like, it was campy and it was kind of bad, but then everybody loved it, and it was like kind of a joke that everyone loved it. And then I heard that the second one is basically like, well, since you love the first one so much, here's some garbage.
Yeah.
Just under the IP, just slop. Please enjoy. And everyone's like, no, we
It
are
looks
not.
awful. It looks absolutely awful. And trust me, there's probably no way I'd be spending my $15 to go see this movie. But because I have the A-list, we're going for free, baby.
The A-list. Yeah.
Makes me feel fancy now. But it's like such a
3
it
movies
is
a week.
No, it's 4. You can go see 4 movies
It's
a week
4
now.
now?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Bro,
you
who is
bet
gonna
your
be-
ass. You bet your ass I'm going to use all 4 every week.
I need to turn notifications off for Letterboxd because you're gonna be on there way too much for my
Yeah,
liking.
and it's going to be a lot of like bad movies, I feel like. Cuz there's not much out there.
The quantity of like the ratio of good to bad has to more so be bad, right? Or more so like mediocre, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like it's if you're consuming that quantity of films, the ones that come out that are going to be like on the good end of the spectrum firmly are
Right.
going to be massively outnumbered by stuff that's on the 3-star and lower end of the
Yeah.
spectrum.
Yeah, we don't get sinners every week. We can't all be
No.
sinners.
No, we can't all be sinners.
So, just once in a while we get a Jurassic Park. I'm just going to call it Jurassic Park. I know it's not called that, but whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, I saw that on Monday. I actually enjoyed it. I was like actually surprised. I went into that movie expecting to hate it. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I got my A-list. I can go see this movie for free because I bought like, and I was like, oh, well, I can go see, because I'm going to go see Superman and Fantastic Four anyway, and that's my 2 movies to like actually pay for.
Sure.
Well, I'll go see Jurassic Park for free, basically. So I went to go see it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not going to like this movie. I'm just going to go see this. So I get the Odyssey trailer, which was just beautiful. Oh,
Okay.
I've left Jordan speechless. Um, but anyway, yeah, so I saw that and I was like, all right, cool. I also get a movie with dinosaurs on top of that. And I was actually like entertained. Like I gave it 3.5 stars. I was actually
All right.
surprised like
Is it
how
just the
entertaining it
same
was.
movie that we've been doing for 30 years with a different spin on it?
Pretty much. I think
It's
the
like
biggest,
we're bringing back the dinosaurs, and there's a big corporation that is like
yeah,
debatably super evil that's putting this on, and
yes,
then we all find out the lesson that like we probably shouldn't retroactively genetically engineer the dinosaurs.
nailed it. Nailed
Yep.
it.
Okay.
But
So it's the
don't,
same thing. It's the
that,
same thing,
like,
but with Scarlett Johansson.
with Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
Right.
So like the biggest difference with this movie, I feel like, is like the characters aren't insufferable. Like there are some of those Jurassic World movies where the characters are just insufferable and really stupid,
Oh, for sure.
and so
But
just,
that's
the
what made
movie
the
just
original one work is like everybody was so not insufferable, I guess.
yeah,
They were all
you
like
like them,
they were all goofy lovable in different ways.
yeah. Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum's character iconic, right? Like,
Right.
and yeah, you get to in the later movies and the characters are insufferable, but this one the characters are actually fairly likable. There's a cute little dinosaur that shows up in the movie to sell toys.
Because they're trying to Grogu everything. It's an
Yes,
epidemic.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like I was actually generally surprised. Some other people have said this, which is like a lot of times you get these big blockbuster movies and they look like absolute crap. I was surprised. Like they actually did a good job, but this movie actually looked better than, first of all, the entire most of the Jurassic Park movies. Especially Jurassic World, whatever the fuck it was called last time, and then the other one.
Airs. We can wipe out those because
Yeah,
the original Jurassic Park movies were so good and so
yeah,
ahead of their time. And then we started like doing stuff in the middle that was like, look what we can do with CGI. And it was
yeah,
like, great. Here's
yeah.
Jimmy Buffett running in the background, double fisting a margarita. And then and then you get to today's day and age where I don't know, I feel like it was just that era of like I don't know what it is, like VFX or like Industrial Light and Magic or whatever, but there was a period of like 10 years of movies where the CGI was like, bro, that's atrocious.
Yeah.
And now I think we're kind of on the right end of it again, but I don't know. Don't ask me.
But yeah, there were some really cool sequences in the movie that I actually quite enjoyed. So, should you go see it? Probably not. Just wait. Don't spend your good hard-earned money to go see it. Unless you're a fan of the series, then you can go see it. I can't believe that this movie is still making so much money. It's like $300 million already in a weekend. I'm like, do people really actually like this that much to go see these movies over and over again? Apparently they do.
Don't ask me. My mom was gonna go. My mom was trying to make my dad go, and they did go to the movies, but they ended up seeing F1 instead. So
Oh, oh,
they
nice.
both liked it.
They did?
I got good reviews from both of them.
Nice. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Yes, I have. I've seen most everybody I know in the letterboxes all put in the F1 movie, which is great. I feel like we're spreading it to people with like a
I think we are.
virus.
Well, I think I sent you. There's that one girl that decided to start watching. She's on Twitter. She decided to start watching
Yeah,
and decided
Zoe?
to become
Yeah.
and Zoe decided to become a Ferrari fan.
Oh,
And her first race experience this weekend was an absolute honker. I'm very sorry to her, and also the fact that she probably assumed that it was going to be something like the movie.
yeah.
Deeply apologize for that. This was not that was not it. But
No.
she signed up for it now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I think mostly on the Charles Leclerc train, which poor
Oh
Charles
my god.
just
He was on
got
an adventure, bro.
got effed by the Ferrari people.
He was on such an adventure.
Yeah.
Felt so bad for him.
I agree. I agree. But we did get one good thing about the race, which was we got a Nico Hülkenberg podium, which was awesome. Everybody loved it. Everybody loves Nico. His first career podium in 239 career starts, 15 years in F1, and he finally got his podium, and he beat out a 7-time world champion on merit. On merit
Yeah.
to do it. Lewis got within DRS range and could not get past him
Yep.
in a
Sauber.
crap box Sauber.
In a Sauber. Yep. That dude, he earned it. He earned it
Yes.
for sure. And it's another level to have spent basically your whole career driving in like midfield or worse cars. And just to, I don't know, have the persistence to do it after all this time. Be like, you know what? I can still do it. There's still more racing left for me. Because he's done endurance. He's won in different racing series. But he's like, nope, I'm not ready to be done with F1. And that was that was heartwarming. I think we were all pretty excited for Nico, even though like would it have been awesome to see Lewis continue his podium streak at Silverstone? Absolutely, and the fans would have loved it. And his first Ferrari podium, it would have been great. But there was also a really great story with Nico's podium, and I think F1 could really rally behind that. Or they should have, but McLaren basically
Yes.
ignored him on the podium. So
Oh yeah, that was crap.
losers.
That was so annoying.
They're the worst. They really are the worst. So unlikable.
Awful. I don't know. Yeah, like we have a championship battle on our hands. It's actually pretty close, and most years should be really entertaining. And what everybody wants is a championship battle. And then this year just like sucked out the room because you have two drivers that are just not that interesting. Like
Up
I
until
like
this weekend, Oscar had been way more likable,
yeah.
but his attitude this weekend was like poor.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree.
I mean,
I like his family though. His mom and sisters are great.
his mom is very funny on Twitter. She's constantly out there posting about how she needs to cancel her Pilates class because like Oscar won and now they have to all go out. But I'm like, they're also such polar opposites of one another in the garage that it makes people take one side or the other, which is crazy. I'm like, I don't know how you do this, how you manage it, how you deal with those personalities within the team and still make it a functioning work environment. It just
Right.
seems like it's going to become a toxic culture faster than they can get a lid on it.
Yep. Yes.
I think we've
Absolutely.
been saying that.
Yes. Absolutely. Especially as the season goes on. We've already seen one run in between the two, so we're likely to get another at some point later this year. But what the hell were we on about? Oh yeah,
Nico.
McLaren being idiots on the podium because Nico got his first podium, and the McLaren guys did not spray him with champagne, and
Well, they
like
just ignored him.
yeah,
Like, what?
and we've
But,
yeah,
but
and we even saw
we're
like,
not racing drivers. We're not
Yeah.
racing drivers, but you and I would have treated that very
yeah,
differently.
yeah, even a couple weeks ago when Kimi Antonelli got his first career podium, like that was the first thing George did was go and spray him, and
Yeah, Max
like
and George wanted to kill each other that entire race, but they were
Yeah.
like, "Look, our adopted child is on the podium. Let's
Yeah.
drench him."
yeah,
That's how you should do it.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Another thing from the race is I can't believe that people were complaining. I'm curious. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. But I want to see Jolene Palmer's analysis of the Oscar Piastri safety car incident. But you sent me a thing that was like he went from like 200 kilometers an hour down to 50 under a safety
He put
car.
on like 60 psi of brake pressure, and the other week in Canada when George brake checked, it was like 29. It was like
Yeah.
30 psi, and that felt aggressive.
Yeah,
This was twice that, and he's done it before too. Somebody posted a video that's like that seems to be his strategy on the safety car restart is just like brake real hard and make everybody behind him flat spot their tires and then
Yeah.
take off.
right.
I'm like, you can't do that. And especially in those conditions, I saw Nico's onboard from this, and it was like every other car that was behind him because he did that had to go and evade that, and you can barely see in front of you from the
Right.
spray, from the rain. It's just not safe to do that in those conditions, and nor is it fair to the people behind you to all of a sudden go from 200 to 50.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. No one can. We can anticipate that you put the brake on a little bit. We cannot anticipate that you take it down that much to where you basically stop on track.
And the crazy thing, like, yeah, I've been very, positive about the kind of driver Oscar is and how he is world championship material. I think he's that good. But then you have, you get, you get into P1 fairly quickly, and you have the best car out there, the dominant car. You're gonna win the race,
He
and
doesn't
then
need
you
to
go
be
and do
doing
something
that.
stupid. Like, why?
He doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Prior to the first safety car, he had a 13-second gap to second place.
Yeah.
Just in a couple of laps. Like, he was driving totally unaffected by those conditions out in front, and you just don't need to be doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're scared of your teammate, which is the only other person that could possibly keep up with you in the field.
Right.
But he's not even the guy behind you at that point.
Exactly.
I don't understand. He didn't need to do that.
It was very strange. It was very strange. And now we go into a nice little break here at the midway point of the season. That's crazy that we're only halfway through the season.
No, dude, I need a break. I can't watch this sport anymore. I haven't felt true happiness since Max won at Imola.
How do you think I feel, bro? Come on.
Yeah, but you signed up for that when you transitioned over to Ferrari knowing what they had.
Yeah.
You knew. I'm still a little bit sorry for you, but you did know.
I did. I just hope those Las Vegas Grand Prix tickets drop in price so I can go this year.
That would be cool. That's a race I would for sure like to go to someday.
So
as long as they keep it on the calendar.
Yeah. So if anybody out there would like me to send me some ticket deals, Las Vegas Grand Prix, hit me up. Hey, maybe when you go to the casino and you win your big slots money.
Right. When I win a bunch of money, maybe they'll comp me some stuff because I'll be a whale. Like, I want dinner on the house, and if you have a link for some grandstand tickets, you just send me your guy. You send me your guy, I'll send you my guy. We'll get in touch.
Yeah, exactly.
My agent. Yeah.
Or you can go spend $5,000 on a race used suit on the F1 Authentics page, which I spent like 20 minutes on yesterday. And it was so funny looking at the prices for some of these things.
I'm just not that size is the thing. Like I'm down to like 2 drivers, which is Isaac Hadjar or Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah.
Those are like the only guys that might remotely fit. Yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised. Because we saw a girl on TikTok who bought like a race used suit from, I don't know, which driver did she get? I forgot which driver.
It was Pierre Gasly from the Brazil podium last year.
Brazil.
The double Alpine podium.
Yeah. And she managed to fit in that like a glove seemingly, which is wild because Pierre's not a small guy. Like I
wonder how tall he is. Let's find out.
He's like 5'11" or something.
Pierre Gasly is 5'10".
Ah, yeah. So he's not.
She's 5'10". Or maybe it's long, but like it seemed like it fit pretty well. I was like, go get that girl in a go-kart. She can drive.
Exactly.
What are you doing? What are you doing if somebody pulls up to the local karting center with a race-worn Alpine podium suit? I'm gonna sit that one off. I'm gonna see what my competition is.
I'm gonna say that's mind games, and you are not a real person for doing that.
I'm gonna sit that one out. I think at least one race just to like get the intimidation factor off. Like I want to see what you have. Because if you don't have pace and you're wearing that, then I'm in. We're going.
Yeah. That's
but
embarrassing.
If you're cooking people in that,
yeah.
You're like, uh-oh. I did not come prepared for this today.
That'd be so funny. I got to figure out a way to do. They have, they actually had a Lewis Hamilton replica. So not even a race used, but it's like a replica one that was also going for like $1,000. I was like, oh my God.
Oof. Mercedes or Ferrari?
Mercedes. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, but for that same price, you could get a fully licensed replica, Lewis helmet. Mm-hmm. You're like, that's more practical.
Yes.
You could wear that for a lot of things. You can't wear a race suit everywhere, I guess.
They also had available for $20,000 an old McLaren from like 2010 or something.
A car?
Yeah.
Okay, that thing can't be street legal.
No, it's not. And also a old Michael Schumacher like Jordan from like 1991 or something.
That is cool. That is super cool. But like somebody should buy that and put it in a car museum, not like
oh yeah, absolutely. That's what
not like someone with a house and a garage. Like that needs to go in an automotive museum somewhere.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up real quick because I'm generally curious. Let's see. Silverstone collection. Ooh, here we go. F1 race cars. F1 race cars. Let's see what we got up for grabs here. We have an RB19 show car.
That's cool. That's a great car. Put that in my
Price.
house.
Oh, it says price on application. I don't like that.
Yeah,
They
you
actually have a
definitely
bunch,
to.
dude.
You definitely have
But
to approve for that.
but they don't have any of the like prices listed. So I'm gonna go, here we go. Okay, view all lots on auction. Oh, the auction's ended, so they don't have any more now. Dang it! But they did have they did have like an old Michael Schumacher Jordan that was like
That's cool.
I think it was like $20,000 up for auction or something. But yeah, dude, look, they have so many. They have a 2013 Ferrari, 2011 McLaren, 1987 Ayrton Senna Lotus show car,
That is cool. Yeah, I see all
2018
these. I see all these
2018
show cars in
Renault,
here.
a Nigel Mansell show car. They have an Ayrton Senna show car, which is like the livery is like all the different cars that he drove, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
I'm looking
So,
at that one right now.
but yeah, these are pretty sick, dude. I wonder these are probably like
Some
$20,000
Renault
cars.
ones. Lots of Renault ones. Jacques
Those are cool.
Villeneuve, 97 championship winning car.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Those are pretty good.
Williams. These are all cool. And then you can get all the ones that are like this year's or last year's team car.
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you do with those? Like I've seen some
Yeah.
places have them that like the F1 store in Las Vegas has one that's like just in the store. Like they have to just go to those places, right? If
What
you're, like,
happens
a-
if you like? What happens if you and I, being poor, went to go inquire about this? Do you think?
they
Do you
would
think the
say,
police
"Hell
show up?
no." No, they just wouldn't even look at it. It would be like when you apply for a job that you're grossly underqualified for, they just throw it out.
Yeah. I'll put it. What if we just tell them we'll put it on our credit card?
I don't even think you and I could possibly get a loan that would fathom that. I just don't think so. That's like you and I walking up to, I don't know, the like the canyon in Los Angeles and being like, yes, we'd like to purchase a house. They would look at us and be like, absolutely not. Like, you can't afford this view. Get the hell out of here. You can't afford to be on this street. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't afford the cover charge to even enter.
No, we pay the gate guard for this community more than you earn in a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm just picturing like they just show up in like this in they just show up in with the hauler or whatever with this car in it.
There's no way. You would cause a scene.
Yeah, that'd be
If
so
you
funny.
ordered this car, you would cause a scene.
Like, hey,
People
can you
trying
just
to see what
deliver
this
it to my apartment complex, please? Thank you.
Yeah, my uncovered parking spot out in the parking lot. Where
Yeah,
the
you can
pavement's
just go
all
ahead and put it.
uneven.
Yeah, you can
leave
just
it
go
right
ahead and
there.
put it there. Yeah, just
Yeah,
put the RB19 right there.
just leave it right there. It'll be fine. No. Yeah. That's not for common folks like you and I.
That's so funny.
Maybe someday. Maybe when I win a lot of money at the slots.
What is that? The meme? There'll be signs. There'll be signs.
Yeah. I may not tell people that I've won a lot of money at the slot machines, but there will be signs.
All right, we can move on now. We've BS'd enough about random. Okay. Are you ready for me to show you the strangest music video I've ever seen in my life?
I was ready last week, but you made me wait a week, so
Yeah, the
Yeah,
anticipation is building. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of context to this. Okay, so the context to this is this was during Kat's bachelorette trip, and we were at one of the bars, and the bar was playing music videos. And the following music video was a music video that was airing on the bar TV, and like none of us could look away from it because we had no idea what was happening. There was one of us that was so grossed out by it that she was like, "Oh God," and I couldn't even watch. Meanwhile, I was watching this and like could not take my eyes off because it was so flipping weird. Okay,
Sure.
so are you aware of the song? It's called Big Bad Wolf.
I don't think so.
Okay, we're gonna get copyrighted for this, but that's okay because this is so good. There's the
Oh,
screenshot
Duck
that I pulled up.
Sauce. Yeah, Duck Sauce did Barbara Streisand, but I've not heard anything else by them ever.
Okay, well here we go. This is Duck Sauce Big Bad Wolf, the greatest music video of all time. Here we go.
What am I looking at?
All right, you. There you
I mean,
go.
I get it. It sounds like a club banger. Like I am impressed. That whole video reads like one of those terrible would you rather questions. It's like, would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands?
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's like that. And I also really appreciated that when he tied his robe, he like put it in a nice little knot over the guy's head so that he could still breathe. I'm gonna need to watch that whole thing because I need to see what happens. I need the context.
Yeah, it gets weirder, believe it or not, from there.
I believe
but,
it, actually. Nothing about
but
that
there you
makes
go.
me not believe that it gets weirder.
So that's what we had on at the bar.
Yeah.
Was that music video.
I'm gonna send you the music video for Barbara Streisand by that same band.
Mm-hmm.
And then possibly put that song on Be Gone because I discovered this as a youngster and thought that it was like the coolest. I thought this was like EDM as a child. It's not. It's not, but I was like, this is electronic house music. No. Good though. Very good.
All right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there it is. Oh, Duck Sauce, Barbara Streisand. There it is. Okay.
There you
I'll
go.
watch that after the show.
Tracks of the week. Barbra Streisand by Duck Sauce.
Jeez. Well, you mentioned it, so we might as well give our nominations for tracks of the week this week.
Yeah. What do you have other than Duck Sauce?
Okay, so I forgot that
Duck
wet
sauce,
leg.
like as an actual sauce, is really
Yeah.
good. By the way, like the food item.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, all right.
Don't think I've ever. What is it used on, or used with?
It's like mostly like Asian food. I think that's like it's kind of like sweet and sour. Like you could put it on like a spring roll or a dumpling.
Oh,
or something.
I wonder if that's actually maybe I had duck sauce this weekend because we went to a sushi place and I got spring rolls and I was dipping in a nice little sauce of which was most likely duck sauce.
It's possible. It's possible. It could have just been a regular sweet and sour because they're like
Yeah.
very similar, but it's kind of the same thing.
Delicious, by the way. The sushi was delicious and so is the spring roll. So shout
I
out.
love a vegetable spring roll.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah, it was
hits.
it was perfect. It was perfect appetizer for the sushi. Okay, yeah. I'll go first. So I forgot that Wet Leg has a new record coming out this week. Somebody reminded me of that recently, and so I was listening to some of the singles that they released for their album. It's called Moisturizer. It's coming out on July 11th, so it'll be out by the time you listen to the show.
Moisturizer on wet leg. That's hella funny.
Yeah, the name of
It's
the
funny.
album called Moisturizer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
You would put moisturizer on your wet legs. Like lotion.
yes, you would. Yeah. So I'm gonna nominate "Catch These Fists," which is one of the singles they put out.
Great title.
So that's my pick. Great song.
All right.
I was a little
Anything
worried.
else?
I was a little worried about because I loved their first album, and I was a little worried about how the follow up, and I'm liking it so far. So
All right. What's is Catch These Fists gonna be like chaise long for the radio? Like is that gonna get on the top 40 rotation, or do you think it'll be something else?
it's catchy, so I could see it. I could see it making into some radio play. Yeah.
Because I remember when that one got big on the radio for 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my mom was also like, "What the hell is wet leg?"
Mm-hmm.
It's like, good band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I have two, I guess. One of them just came out today, so that influenced my pick. But my previous pick, it's called Oil Spill. The artist is Yucky Twang. Yucky Twang.
Not a real band. Not real.
It's a
Like
person.
Shabuzi.
It's an individual artist, and he does merch and management and road trip and everything utilitarian man for Good Boy Daisy. But he also has his own solo stuff. It's a good song. It's a good track. It's his first ever, I think, released track. He's working on some other stuff, but it's catchy. And then the second one, which just came out today, is called Cherry Bomb by the band Circa Waves, who I saw open for, well, co-headline with Friday Pilots Club. They're from Liverpool. And that's a good one. They're releasing part 2 of the record they put out last year, which is like Death and Love Part 1. They're doing Death and Love Part 2, and this is the first single from that side, which I guess you can now go pre-order the album. It comes out in like October.
I like those picks. Both those are good. Shout out to
Thank
both
you.
of those.
And Duck Sauce by Barbra Streisand.
And Duck Sauce by Bar. Yeah. What else was I gonna mention here? Something. I don't remember. Oh, I've just lost my brain is fried. You know what I should have done before the show is actually eat some lunch, and I did not do that today. So
You always do this. You always do this. You'll text me at like 5 o'clock and be like, I haven't eaten a single thing today. Anyway, I had a matcha on an empty stomach. Like, okay. Crazy work.
Yeah, so I had a bagel this morning, which was great, but
Good.
nothing else since. So
Bad.
probably should eat some food. Probably should eat some food, which is the reason why I can't think at the moment. Okay, what else do we got on the list here? We got we do have the news, which dropped last week, which we did not mention, which is the sequel to Devil Wears Prada is officially in production, and everybody's back.
Except Andy's boyfriend, who was like insufferable in the first one, which is good. Get away. Yeah, they're all back, which is...
Is he the
amazing.
chef? He was the chef, right?
Yeah, he was the chef who like severely burnt that grilled cheese within an inch of its life. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way he was a professional chef if he did that to like $6 of Jarlsberg. No.
Right.
Nope. And in a frying pan too, in a standard apartment frying pan. I'm like, I know that every frying pan in a one-person railroad apartment in New York City does not get hot enough
Yeah.
to burn it like that unless you put it on like 10.
Crank it up to 11.
Yeah, he did it. He just did it wrong. So yeah, they're all back. Stanley Tucci and like, need we remind you how stacked this cast is? But Stanley Tucci and Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt and Anne Hathaway, and it skyrocketed all of them into, especially Emily Blunt, I think benefited almost the most from this, because that was one of her first roles. Whereas like, what was this, 2008? So like, Meryl Streep had already been in a bunch. Anne Hathaway had already been in some stuff. Stanley Tucci is timeless. But yeah, Emily Blunt was like the assistant, and then she went on to have an incredible movie career of her own. And I don't know what the budget for this is that they were then able to get all of those people back, but
Right.
they did, and they're doing it. And Anne Hathaway is going to be in everything now for like the next year. I'm so excited.
That's so true. She's also going to be, if I'm not mistaken, in The Odyssey.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, so she's gonna be in whatever that movie is that nobody cares about, and she'll be in the Princess Diaries 3, which I think they're doing, and she's gonna be in Mother Mary, which is coming out soon, which is I think the other one that has, does that have Abba Baptiste in it?
Let's see. Yes.
Yeah. That's another A24, but I guess she's like some pop star in this.
Follows
That's
the
like-
relationship between a fictional musician and a famous fashion designer.
Yeah. So that could be really, really good too. It's
This cast is
maybe
great
the
too.
summer
Anne,
of Anne
Anne
Hathaway.
Hathaway, Hunter Schafer, Alba Baptista. Nice.
And Anne Hathaway fall, perhaps, into
Give her
next
all the
summer.
awards. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when some of these are coming out in 2026, but yeah, next year she's gonna have Devil Wears Prada and The Odyssey coming out within 2 months of each other.
She's
That's
gonna be
not.
sleeping on a mattress filled with money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good for
There's
her. Like
one,
like she
two.
needs a check, but
Yep.
she's about to get it.
Yes. Absolutely. Kenneth
Timeless.
Branagh is also going to be in Devil Wears Prada 2, which is cool. I like him.
Oh yeah, they made him Miranda's current husband.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. The only things I've really seen him in are those terrible like Poirot movies, like Death on the Nile.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
I
sample
mean,
of Kenneth Branagh is pretty small, but
yeah, he did. I mean, he was in. He played Gilderoy Lockhart.
oh yeah, he did.
Directed the original Thor movie. He was in
Did he
Tenet.
really?
He was great in Tenet.
Kenneth Branagh. And like he's done more dramatic art, but like the only stuff I've seen him in is like playing a terrible detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was married to Emma Thompson.
Hey.
Yep. Lots
Oh,
of
he was. Yeah, he was
awards.
in Oppenheimer too. Forgot about that.
What was he in that?
He played Niels Bohr in that movie.
He played Niels Bohr.
Yeah, a movie is like absolutely stacked when you have Kenneth Branagh showing up and you forgot he's in the movie.
I forgot a lot of people were in that movie, to be completely honest with you, but yeah. There was just a lot happening.
Yes. Side note, I texted Jordan yesterday that a picture, and I thought for a moment that you were never going to talk to me again when I sent you the picture.
No, it's par for the course. That's why there's an entire board behind me that used to have a counter on it that said blank episodes since our last Oppenheimer. I think we talked about it last week. I'm back to like fully properly 0.
Yes.
Yeah. He bought the Oppenheimer score on vinyl for anybody that's not living in our text messages. That's a choice. You were
Yeah.
looking for it at Zia, but they just didn't have it. Otherwise, you would have
Yeah.
done it there.
I would have. Yeah. It's actually like first I managed to. It's a 3 LP, so it's like a gatefold,
Huge.
and it's a trifold. It's so big, and it came.
Like this thick.
Yeah, and it
God.
came with a little like booklet, and it's got like some extra pictures, and it's got some like a little blurb from Ludwig Göransson, and I think Christopher Nolan wrote a little blurb in there. So don't ask me how I managed to fit that thing into a regular 12-inch sleeve, but I did it, and it's never coming out again because I don't think I'm ever going to put it back in. I can get the records out easily.
Yep. You can't
But
get the case out.
The
Yeah.
case is not coming back out ever again, even though it's actually really badass packaging.
Yeah, that's how I feel about most of my recent Taylor Swifts is like they have to live in there now because I already ripped 2 sleeves trying to get the damn thing in there. So like I can play the 2 sides that I can reach and everything else is not allowed to come out.
Yeah.
Like I need to just buy bigger sleeves. They sell them that are like up to I think like 13-inch or something that
Yeah.
are supposed to be for like box sets so that you don't rip and tear and lose your mind
Yes.
every time you have to package something, but
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, that's what vinyls are becoming more and more, as they're becoming like massive tomes.
Yeah.
Like
Good pull.
you don't
That was a good
usually go out and find your 1 LPs anymore. Like I just
No,
bought.
yeah, stuff used to just come in one really thin sleeve
Yeah.
with a sheet of paper over it, and
Yeah.
and it would disintegrate within 40 years.
Yeah,
if you
like
didn't take care of it.
yeah. I mean, I just bought my copy of Uncanny Valley, and so yeah, I have that now, and that was easy. That was super easy. I love that. Just one LP, easy peasy.
Yep. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Stuff is increasingly becoming a billion tracks long with a deluxe or whatever.
Cumbersome. Yeah. Like I think it was Hosier who did that recently, where he just kept putting out music on this most recent thing. So
Yeah.
and he was like, sorry guys, if you did buy your previous versions, you can buy this other version, which is like an addition. So you don't have to buy the whole thing again, which was actually pretty nice.
Which is really nice. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're just wasting packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
Taylor
people are
Swift.
crazy with capitalism. Yeah. Some people are so overkill with that. It's like,
Yeah.
here's 43 vinyl variants. They're all different colors.
Yeah.
Collect them all. You're like, I don't think I will.
Right. Right.
Pass.
I did make a recent capitalism purchase because I did get it for a little bit cheaper than it normally goes for. So
What did you get?
I bought Lover Live in Paris.
Oh, wow. That's a good record.
It was the one that they came out with earlier this year, so it's not like the one from several years ago, which is like $300.
Yeah, it's not those like heart-shaped limited ones.
Yeah,
that
yeah, this
everybody's
is
freaking out about.
yeah, this is like it is the heart-shaped one that they came out with. I believe that she put out earlier this year.
But
So
it's the repress, yeah.
yeah, it's the repress version. So there's still like it's still like a $50 record, and I got it for like 40. So I got it for like 10
Alright.
bucks off. So
Yeah, I remember people were like fully losing their minds over those when they first came out.
yeah,
It was
exactly.
like, I will fist fight someone in the parking lot and drag them under a car for these. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's that serious. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Great.
Luckily, I think I've reached the point of my vinyl buying process where I've wound it down and I've gotten pretty much everything I've wanted over the last little bit. So it'll be slowed down now. So hopefully I won't be going out and buying anymore. Because I bought a lot of it to resell. Some of it, there's like 3 or 4 I bought that I'm just gonna probably try and resell. So, and then put that money so I can go put it on black at the casino, and then put it on black again and triple up my money so I can buy Grand Prix tickets.
All right. I wish you luck. I really do. I really do.
I will not be doing it on the slots.
Yeah, that's probably safer. Well, I don't know if that's safer. Right? I just don't know if it's any safer. Because roulette is like, technically it's 50-50, but then you still have the zeros in play, which takes your
Yes.
edge
Yes.
differently. You could hit a slot machine on your first spin. You just don't know.
Correct.
Maybe you should play blackjack, because that has like a really low house edge.
I like blackjack. It's fun to play. I prefer craps though.
That takes some skill. I have no idea how craps works. Like, not an earthly clue. I see people throwing those dice, and I'm like, I don't know what you're cheering for. There's so many different lines to bet on the board, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. What is past line? Does it have to go past the line?
You know what we're doing on the drive to San Diego? There's a casino on the drive to San Diego. It's like 29 Palms or something. We are going to stop at the casino.
No, we can't stop at the casino because my costume will melt in the car.
Yeah, that's true.
It's heat sensitive. She's sensitive. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, we can leave the AC on and put on a little thing that like, it's okay. It's 79 degrees in here.
Yeah.
They'll be
It's
okay.
like the dog in the car. It's like, my owner will be back soon. The air conditioning's on. That's crazy.
I will teach you how to play craps, even though
Yeah.
you will never once again use it in your life. It's
Probably
like,
not.
it's
But if
legit.
you still know what's happening, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's enough.
Yeah, it's like I haven't played it in like, I don't know, a year and a half at least since the last time I played craps. So, because I don't really like going to the casino. It's
I
a
like that
money.
they use that little stick to shuffle the chips around.
Yeah.
If they still do that. But like when I
Yeah.
see them do it in movies and they have that little like pusher, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be
Yep.
fun. I like that job.
Yes. Okay, there's that. That's our casino info of the day. What else? Speaking of SDCC, what do we got on the docket for SDCC? We're getting closer. I teased it earlier. I think I have my full look ready. The pants came in. Like I said, I got the second fanny pack. I got the headband. I got the wig. So we are good to go.
Wig. Your final
Wig.
form. Wig.
I sent you a picture. Yeah, I sent you a picture this week of like the proto version of it, where I did not have the muscle shirt on that came with it. I should probably try that on and make sure it fits. Or else I'm just gonna raw dog it and we're gonna full chest out.
I wish you luck. Yeah, that picture made me laugh because the way that the wig was situated, it was like 2008 Justin Bieber boy band Ken, with the little like swoop in the front under the headband. It was like, he looks like he's about to sing me "One Less Lonely Girl." Like, you got to get out of here with that. It was very funny though. You have the Kenergy, which was the aforementioned text that I
Yeah.
sent you that you said, I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. And
Yes.
while I don't think that's true, I like that it was a sentiment that was appreciated.
It was. Yeah. I was like, yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I'm excited to put the full fit together, and have you help me figure out the wig situation. Because honestly, I don't know if I had the damn wig on backwards or straight. I have no idea.
I
Couldn't
mean,
tell.
as long as like you didn't have a tag in it and the tag was in the front, like it's probably fine.
Yeah. So I
You
could have
might
had
need
it
to
on.
get you some like hair gel or something to like kind of grease it up though. Because I feel like it's very flat and you need some volume up in there. You need some volume, is what the girlies would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Need some volume. Get some L'Oreal up in there.
L'Oreal, we could probably put hairspray in that thing. It's synthetic fiber. It'll stick.
Hairspray.
Yeah. Hairspray the movie with David Cornsweet.
We'll make it work. Was he really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yep. Everybody is just now finding out about David Cornsweet, but he was in The Politician with Ben Platt, which was a Ryan Murphy show, and he was in Hollywood with Patti LuPone, who was a Ryan Murphy show. Yeah, I saw him in both of those things first. I was like, hey, wait a minute, who is
That's
this?
wild. I texted you this week because there was another one where he was in a stage rendition of something. I can't remember what he was doing, what he was in. I was like, oh, we have a Diva Superman. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep, he is.
I hope
some of us have known this.
I hope James Gunn, who is famous for his music selections through the Guardians movies, let Superman sing in the movie.
Oh God, I don't think we should.
Clark Kent?
But the musical episode of like every CW show ever used to just make my soul hurt. People would just make fun of it. I loved the Marvels, I'll tell you that. I did. The musical sequence in that could have been thrown out the window and I would have been fine with it. It just hurt me physically to watch it. Not even that it was poorly executed. It was just like, did we need a musical number in here? Don't give Superman a musical number. Otherwise, nobody will take your movie seriously.
Oh yeah, people would jump off so quickly.
Yeah.
So quickly.
I've heard it's decent. I heard it's like just sort of a conglomeration of every era of Superman lore ever to be easily palatable, but I don't really know that much about Superman. I was never really much of a DC kid, so like I guess we'll see.
It's at 86% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, for what it's worth.
All right.
So I did not have high expectations for it. Like, again, like yourself, not being a Superman person, really. I mentioned this the other day, and I said this: the only good Superman movie is the original 1978 Christopher Reeve version. All the other ones, I've literally and probably never gone back and rewatched. Like, there's some parts of Man of Steel that I like,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
but the last hour just being one big explosion is just unwatchable.
It kind of was, yeah.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman was like okay for moments, and then it got kind of
just like Zack Snyder. Yeah, Zack Snyder has like bits and pieces in every movie that is good, and then he just Zack Snyder's it up, and then everything falls apart.
And that's how we got the 3-hour cut of Justice League.
Yeah,
I watched it.
We did.
I thought
We both
it was
watched
like
it.
fine, but
Yeah.
it was too long.
yeah.
It was too long. But narratively, it kind of made more sense than
Yes.
the original did. So I'll step
Exactly.
off that. We'll make.
I
some
will.
people
I will
angry
be
if we
forever
start going
grateful.
on that.
I am actually still a big fan of Zack Snyder's Watchmen. I think that is still like one of the most underrated comic book movies of the last 25 years.
Watchmen is good. You know who also loves Watchmen? Trixie Mattel.
No way.
Yeah, Trixie loves Watchmen. Yeah,
Never would have had
Taste.
Trixie as a Snyder girly. That is incredible.
taste. Yep.
Validation.
It is. Yeah, taste. Queen of taste.
Validation. All right. One last thing to hit before we go. We have the Emmy nominations coming next week. Jordan and I will be. I think they usually do them like super early in the morning, don't they?
But I don't know. Early in the morning for you or early in the morning for me? Because those are different things.
For me.
Because if it's like noon for me, that would be like 9 a.m. for you, which I guess
Let me
would
see.
make sense.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Emmy nominations.
We're just waiting to see how many categories Hacks gets nominated for and how many categories Catherine Hahn gets nominated for, and I think the rest of it can kind of like...
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. 77th Emmy nominations. Join host Harvey Guillen and Brenda Song as they announce the nominees for the 77th Emmy Awards.
Okay.
So it begins at 8:30 in Arizona, 11:30 for you. So yeah, I can be up and watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that. That's on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be awake.
We'll be watching, and we'll come back on next episode with a treasure trove of Hacks nominations.
Hopefully some first time nominees, and we'll see. So
Yes, and
stuff.
hopefully as many nominations for Severance too.
Yeah, and hopefully Catherine Hahn gets a double nomination for the studio and for Agatha.
Yes,
I think that's
I
a
agree.
long shot, but it would be so cool.
That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, I think we're done. We're under an hour this week. That hasn't happened, and I feel like
Since
forever.
Last week. Yeah, we were under last week.
Really?
Yeah, but prior to that, yeah, it hadn't happened in forever.
I don't remember that because I think
you
I
had
was
to catch an Uber.
I was in the middle of heat exhaustion last week, so I think
you had to catch an Uber last week, so we were short. We were 59.09 last week.
Oh, all right.
But then prior to that, hold on, it had been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 episodes. 2 of which were like an hour and a half. So we finally shut up. You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. Unreal.
God.
All right, everybody. Follow us at OHOBC Pod on the internets, wherever you get your pieces and whatnot. Follow me on Letterboxd. I'll have my Superman review coming up later this week. Megan 2.0 next week.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see that movie because I know it's going to be so bad that it's just going to be, I'm just going to laugh because it's going to be so bad.
If it's so bad that it's good, I'll agree with it. If it's just bad for the sake of being bad, I'm going to be disappointed.
That's how I felt with the first one because I remember watching the first one and it's not a good movie, but it was at least watchably entertaining.
Maybe I should watch it. Okay.
I think it's on Peacock, or at least it used to be on Peacock.
I have that. Well, my parents have that, so I can hack it.
Hacks.
I don't know if it's on anything. It is on... Oh, it's on Hulu right now. It's on Stars. It's on Hulu. It's on Free... it's on every one of those streaming services with a really weird name. It's there.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Go watch it. It's for the memes. Go watch it for the memes. Okay, we got to go. At OHOBC Pod, that has been Jordan. I have been Richie. Thank you for watching. We will talk to you again next week. And then the countdown is on until Gaga Vegas and also SDCC. So we will talk to you next week, everybody. Goodbye.